Good afternoon. We'll take a few moments today and focus on the next part of our armor of God. It's the feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. As we mentioned during the sermon, so many times during first century and ancient warfare, an army was only as good as its shoes. The fact that they had good footwear, they were able to march quickly, get themselves into position, and many times outmaneuver and outflank an even stronger opponent. And one of the things that took was great preparation. To be able to have the equipment to do that, to be able to have the training and the discipline and the physical ability to do that. Preparation was a key. Now, when we think about spreading the gospel of peace, sharing the gospel with people, if we're going to do that, preparation is so important, because we're going to face situations where you may look at it and think, I don't feel prepared. I don't feel capable of being able to discuss my faith with this person, to be able to answer the questions that they have. And that is an area of attack that Satan uses to bring fear into our lives, to bring the fact that we don't believe that we are capable or that we're good enough or that we're able to defend our faith or to share our faith with others. What if they ask questions that I don't know the answer to? What if I don't have a good enough way of explaining it to them? What if they just simply don't believe that I'm a worthy person to tell them about this? And by attacking us in that way, Satan often is able to shut us down right there and keep us fearful and unengaged with the society around us. But here's something that's very important. When we look to go out and begin a process of sharing our faith, we look for opportunities, but it's so important that we prepare ourselves for the possibility of this happening. One is knowing why we are a Christian. To be able to defend your personal decision. To say, this is what I believe, and this is why I believe it. And that doesn't account for every single question that can be asked, but it helps you to be able to say, this is why I believe it. It doesn't have to be why you believe it, but this is why I believe it. This is the change that it's made in my life. They might ask questions, and they might ask questions that you don't know the answer to. But here is an answer that so many Christians are afraid of giving, but it really is a good answer a lot of times. And that is simply, I don't know. When we're honest with people and they ask a difficult question, we can simply say, look, I don't know the answer to that, but I'm committed to my relationship with Christ and I'm committed to you. And we'll work our way through this. We'll answer these questions together. We'll do all that we can to make sure that you have a good basis of knowledge to base a decision on if you want to become a believer. Satan scares us with these tactics so many times and keeps us from engaging with people. People that care about us, people that we care about, and we stay back and we stay hidden and we don't live out our faith openly. One of the best tools that we have when it comes to sharing the gospel with others is our lived experience. People being able to see how we have changed, how we are different. For us to explain, this is the life that I once lived. These are the thoughts that I once had. This is the way I once treated people. You know what I was like. You saw me. You lived there beside me. And now you see the difference in me. You see the person that I'm working to be. I'm working to be a better father, a better husband, a better wife, a better mother, a better child, a better coworker, a better friend, a better neighbor, a better person in general. I want to be better because I want to be more like Christ. And the reason that I want to be better is because I know there's a God that loves me. And that's the reason I want to treat people the right way. That's the reason I want to live a life that is pleasing to Him. And by doing that, people can see, hey, there really is something to this. And they begin to open up the doors to some of those serious questions, not the ones that hinge on little details, but the serious life-changing questions of, why do I live the way I live? How can I live life the way you're living it? What made the difference for you to make you that better person, to make you want to live life in a different way? And when we prepare ourselves by knowing our faith and understanding why we believe what we believe, then we're able to share that with people. And then we're able to learn together through their questions and their faith journey. But it's the fact of not being afraid to take that first step, to reach out to that coworker, that family member, that friend, and engage with them about how we would love for them to understand what it means to be a believer. And so, as we think about this piece of armor that is so important, that we're preparing ourselves to be able to share the gospel, look at your life. Look at yourself and say, what can I do? Who can I reach out to? Who around me has seen my life change that I can begin to take those steps with them to make a difference in their life, drawing them to a relationship with Christ? Well, I'm glad you took a few moments to tune into this. I hope that you can look at this and say, hey, what are the steps that I can take? If there are questions that you have, if there's material that you would like to get your hands on, say, hey, how can I be more confident in sharing the gospel? How can I learn some of the things, ways to explain myself or explain biblical principles or explain the need for salvation? I'd love to be able to point you to some resources, answer some questions to help you to get to that point where you can begin to confidently share your faith with those around you. Thank you for tuning in, and God bless.